Well, how you doing out there? Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. I said the wrong thing. I absolutely said the wrong thing, given the night of the year it is. I should be saying, ho, ho, ho. Well, wait a minute. Where? Where are they? Where are the hoes? Sorry about that, folks. Hi, how are you doing out there in internet land? My name is Brian Trippett. I am the Front Porch Conservative, and welcome to the Christmas Eve edition of Chattin on the Porch. A fun little live stream that we do Monday through Thursday nights through the week. Get together, talk about the news, give our views, try to make sense out of this crazy thing that we call life. Uh-oh. Rumble is glitching on me. Why are we having trouble with Rumble? I don't know. Goodness me. No, I know the stream key is correct. Thank you very much. So, but I will go check it anyway. All right. Oh, goodness. I'm all right. I mean, it's I don't know. Who knows? Who knows with this thing? Let's see. What do we got? Got that. Nah, we'll have to check this thing later. All right. We're moving on. Okay. Anyhow, glad to have y'all here with us tonight. Like I said, this is the Christmas Eve edition of this thing that we do. We're going to hang out together for a little while, talk about a couple of news items, go over some memes, and otherwise try to have ourselves a good time doing it. Again, my name is Brian Trippett. I am the Front Porch Conservative. I am sometimes known as the beau in the chapeau. I am sometimes known as the fine fella in the fedora. But I am above all else, at this very moment, I am your host. Anyway, we're going to hang out together for a little while, see what we can do, make this crazy thing work. Trying to figure it all out. Oh, what are you doing to me, Rumble? What are you doing to me? We might have to disconnect from Rumble tonight. You would have this sort of thing happen. You know what? I think we're going out of Rumble. If anybody is over on the Rumble side, we're out. So, all right. Stop it. Man, a guy is trying to have a live stream, and what's he get for it? Trouble. Anyway, glad to have you guys here tonight. Good to be with y'all. It is Christmas Eve, and completely glad to have y'all here. Hang on a second. I got to post a note real quick about Rumble. So give me one moment. Give me 1 second here. That's YouTube. All right, here it is. Give me one moment. And I think we just about got it. Okay, there we go. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, we're back. All right, let's see who all is here so far. Briefly. Good evening, Miss Gypsy. As always, a pleasure to see your lovely face. Mwah. Let's see. The Duke says, I will not be here this evening as I have to attend a Christmas play, but I'll be watching later. Well, all right, Duke, no problem. Hope you enjoy the play. Glad to have you here. Glad you stopped by to say hello. My favorite crazy Canadian, Adam, is here. Good evening, sir. Fist bump to you. Let's see. Lovely Lana's in the house. You gorgeous thing, you. Pate, and Merry Christmas to you, darling. Merry Christmas to you, indeed. The Zippy is in the house. Crap, you on today? Let me sort my litter so I can watch. Okay, that's what I did not need to know, but thank you very much. Okay. Well, thank you, Pate. I genuinely do appreciate it. I was trying to figure out what to wear tonight, and I thought, it's probably about as good as it's going to get. So I thought I'd throw this in and this old thing, you know. It's I try my best. I try my best for you guys. Oh goodness, it's Christmas Eve, and I thought it'd be appropriate to Rumble borked on me today. So sorry about that, Zippy. I know how much you love meandering between YouTube and Rumble, but unfortunately, I took Rumble down. I was like, this thing's just not going to work. So sorry about that, brother. Anywho, it's Christmas Eve, and I thought I thought it'd be appropriate just to get together for a little while. Nothing major. We're not going to be here for a real long time, but just take a little bit of time, gather together, and go over a couple of news items. Talk about your guys' Christmas traditions. You guys kind of know what I wear, or I should say, I'm going to be doing, but he doesn't know. He only wears it when he doesn't care how he looks. Quick, name the movie. Okay, girl, you got me. You got me. But if somebody else in chat wants to try this, give it a shot. I will be very curious to see what this is. But as far as me, I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm betting Dumb and Dumber, but I could be wrong. Anyway, no, I mean, you guys know what I'm going to be doing for Christmas, but I'm curious as to what your family traditions are and, stuff like that. So, drop stuff in chat. Like I said, we're going to go over a couple, 3 news items, 2 or 3 memes. And then from there, end it with something of a nice tradition that we started last year whenever we do these live streams. And we will let you guys get back to preparing food or wrapping presents or whatever you need to do tonight. Oh, the line is slightly modified. Okay. Interesting. All right, I'm dying to see if anybody else in chat can get what this is. And it goes, he only wears it when he doesn't care how he looks. And it's a line from a movie. So if you guys know what this is, drop some suggestions in chat because I'm dying to hear this one. Normally, I can get most pop culture references, but that one, you got me, girl. You got me on that one. So it's a Christmas classic. All right, so we have a clue. It's a Christmas classic. All right, see what we come up with here. All right, tell you what, let's get down to business because I know you guys have got a lot of things to do, and I have a project or two tonight. Seems like I'm never ending with the projects, but anyway, the latter half of this year, it seems like you go out on Twitter and you see the expression that nature is healing itself. Well, you know what? I think that's especially true during the Christmas holiday season because you know what? When you think the politically correct, the wokies, the whatever are going to have their way and get what they want, you begin to realize that nature truly is healing itself. I mean, for example, how often have you walked out and you've seen this? Someone starts to say, Happy Holiday, and smack. No, it's Merry Christmas. I mean, really, folks, I think nature is starting to heal itself here. Really, really. So if between now and tomorrow you see something like this happen, you'll know why. Just saying. Oh, what else is going on in the world that we need to talk about? Oh. Tomorrow is going to be the 110th anniversary of one of the most amazing events in history, the Christmas Day Armistice. Now, for those of y'all that don't know this story, and hopefully I'm not forgetting any details or putting in details that shouldn't be there. During World War I, and I'll pop this up on screen. During World War I, 2 armies, I believe the British and the Germans, and maybe some Belgian troops in there as well, were lined up in their respective trenches. And all of a sudden on Christmas Day, the firing stopped. Good evening to you. Good evening. Good evening. Merry Christmas. The two armies stopped firing each other. As a matter of fact, they both started singing Silent Night. Hang on a minute. Now I've got to make sure I've got my details straight on this. Give me 1 second here, folks. But I am almost sure that I'm right. Yep, the Christmas truce. Here it is. Let me pop this up on screen. A series of widespread unofficial ceasefires along the Western Front of the First World War around Christmas 1914. The truce occurred 5 months after hostilities had begun. Lulls occurred in the fighting as armies ran out of men and munitions and commanders reconsidered their strategies following the stalemate of the race to the sea and the indecisive result of the First Battle of Ypres. In the week leading up to December 25th, French, German, and British soldiers crossed trenches to exchange seasonal gifts and talks. In some areas, men from both sides ventured into no man's land on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day to mingle and exchange food and souvenirs. There were joint burial ceremonies and prisoner swaps, while several others ended in caroling. Hostilities continued in some sectors, while in others, the sides settled on little more than arrangements to recover the bodies. So, yeah, I didn't think I was too far off on that one. So, Christmas is tough for everybody. But then again, if you stop and think about it, here's one that I hope the world never, ever, ever sees again. Yeah, that's true. That is true. They kicked a soccer ball around. But yeah, that's also reported to be true. So just thought I'd share that one with you. And here's a Christmas little tidbit for you. The Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. Did you know that, according to the internet, and the internet is never wrong, this has Italian origins. In 1931, Italian immigrant workers constructing Rockefeller Center began this cherished tradition. During the building process, they set up a simple tree, ordaining it with tin cans, paper, tinsel, and cranberry garlands, and even foil from explosives. Symbols of hope and perseverance during difficult times. Over 90 years later, this festive tradition continues to shine brighter than ever. Read that today and I thought, that's kind of cool. I think I'll share that one with the gang. So, oh, really? Okay, I did not know that. Thank you for sharing that one, Lana. I do appreciate it. Do appreciate it indeed. So yeah, thought you guys might want to know that the Rockefeller Christmas tree, according to some stories, has a little bit of an Italian origin to it. Again, take it for what it's worth. All right, now here's one that's probably going to get me on the naughty list, but you know what? This one is too funny, and this has to do with Christmas sweaters. Look, y'all have got that one friend out there that goes out of their way to come up with the ugliest Christmas sweater that you can possibly imagine. Okay. Oh, well, thank you very much. Let me grab that one real fast. All right. I have not seen it yet, but that doesn't mean it's not going to come through at some point. I'll keep an eye out for it. Anyway, everybody's got that one friend that's got the ugly Christmas sweater, right? Well, as you might imagine, people in Washington, D.C. and around the world also try to carry on in this tradition, among with others. So I want you to do me a favor. I want you in your mind to imagine the song Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee as you watch this video that shares with you the ultimate collection of the ugliest and yet most hilarious Christmas sweaters that you can possibly imagine. And with that, enjoy. There we go. Wait a minute. All right, let's back that up and start at the beginning. There we go. There's, oh my God. There's Hillary and Hillary again. There's Zelensky, Lindsey Graham. Oh my. Some of these sweaters are just, ugh. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, Hunter looks pretty good. Alvin Bragg is kind of all right. Ugh. Oh my God. Some of these Christmas sweaters, I don't know about you guys. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't. Oh, God. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't think some of these Christmas sweaters are going to make it to some parties this year. I could be wrong, but yeah. Although I must say, that one by Adam Schiff, that's interesting. Very interesting indeed. I'm sorry. I found it. I was like, you know what? I know my audience. They're just ornery enough they'll appreciate this. And yeah, well, maybe not. I don't know. But my apologies, Pate. I was not trying to make your eyes bleed. Oh, goodness me. What a way to end the year. All right. Let's get serious. Couple of news items, nothing major, but I saw these and I thought I'd bring them to your attention in case you had not seen them yet. You know, you would think that Donald Trump has made way enough news in 2024 such that he would not feel the need to make even more news on the verge of Christmas Day. Well, not so. A story dropped in Reuters today, and it got backed up by a quick little video on Truth Social from the president-elect. And it looks like that Donald Trump is going to go ahead and fulfill one of his campaign promises, and that is the withdrawal from the World Health Organization. And with that, I take you to Reuters. Headline: Trump transition team plans immediate World Health Organization withdrawal, expert says. By Maggie Fick and Ahmed Aboulinan, we have the following. Dateline, Washington. Members of Donald Trump's presidential transition team are laying the groundwork for the United States to withdraw from the World Health Organization on the first day of his second term, according to a health law expert familiar with the discussions. Quote, I have it on good authority that he plans to withdraw probably on day one or very early in his administration, said Lawrence Gostin, professor of global health at Georgetown University in Washington and director of the WHO Collaborating Center on National and Global Health Law. The Financial Times was first to report on the plan, citing two experts. The second expert, former White House COVID response coordinator Ashish Jha, was not immediately available for comment. The Trump transition team did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for comment. The plan, which aligns with Trump's longstanding criticism of the UN Health Organization, would mark a dramatic shift in U.S. global health policy and further isolate Washington from international efforts to battle pandemics. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. Here we go. Robert's in the house. Boom. How are you, sir? Okay, let's talk about this. Trump has had his criticisms of the World Health Organization for quite some time now. It's not surprising. that this is going on. And yeah, I'm not surprised by this at all. Now, lest you think that this is just some attempt on the part of Reuters to get everybody riled up at Christmas. Oh no, Trump came out and flat out said this is what he's going to do. Folks, do me a favor, give me a sound check as always, but check it out from the lips of the president-elect himself.
The United States will withdraw from the corrupt World Health Organization, which, in light of its utter failure on COVID, they had a tremendous disaster on COVID, deserves to be completely abolished and replaced. Then I will work to forge a new coalition of nations that are strongly committed to protecting health while also upholding sovereignty and freedom. I want to thank you very much, but I also want to say this. I could have renegotiated the deal. I could have gone into the World Health Organization for 20 World.
Now, what he's referring to with renegotiated the deal is this. The United States has 330 million people. China has 1.4 billion. You know how much in money that China gives to the World Health Organization? About $30 million. How much are we giving? About 10 times that. So Trump's like, wait a minute, why are we paying 10 times the amount that China is, and China's got more people? He said, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Mm-hmm. So when he says he could have renegotiated the deal, it's more than likely what he's referring to here. I will go ahead and drop this in on the YouTube side. For those of you that want to see the complete comment, it runs about almost 2.5 minutes. But check it out for yourselves. But yeah, Trump's going ahead with his promise. He looks like very early on in the administration, we're out of the World Health Organization, which frankly, given the way that they handle some of the things on COVID, I can kind of understand why. So yeah, there's that. Now, Robert, you said you tweeted a pic to me. Let me see what this is, sir. Robert, what have you done here? Oh, Lord. Robert, you know what's coming up for me, brother. You know this is coming up. Folks, I am going to be up to my elbows very soon in working on these wonderful babies. Robert, thank you very much for the pick. That's right, folks. Very soon, I will be working on some deviled eggs again. I just went out and bought the eggs today. So Robert knows what I'm going to be doing in the next few days. He knows exactly what I'm going to be doing. So thank you for that, brother. Thank you for that indeed. And also, who was it? Posted a link about the truce. Okay. Hang on. Let's check this out. Hang on a minute. Now here, I can't play that because that's going to get me in trouble. However, I will do this. Lana, I'm dropping the link in chat to YouTube. At least I think that's YouTube. For Sabaton, that group that... it was from It's a Wonderful Life. Should have known better. When he compliments her on the dress she's wearing. Oh, you just made those deviled eggs. Not bad, my brother. Not bad. Those look pretty good. Those look pretty good indeed. So, yes, Robert, thank you. Yeah, those look good. They really do, brother. My compliments. Sometime we're going to get together and trade recipes. So yeah, Trump's going to withdraw the United States from the World Health Organization. There you go. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. I will check it out. Check it out indeed. Now, to Joe Biden. What is today? The 24th of December? So basically, we're down to about 26 days, and this guy is out of office. And let me tell you something. It cannot happen fast enough. It really can't. Joe Biden is just going out of his way to make it miserable on everybody as he's walking out the door. For example, CNN. Biden commutes most federal death row sentences to life in prison before Trump takes office. Article by Sam Fossum of CNN. We have the following. Dateline, D.C. President Joe Biden announced Monday he's taking 37 people off federal death row to serve out life sentences behind bars, a decision that leaves only 3 federal prisoners awaiting execution while President-elect Donald Trump takes office next month. Quote, today I am commuting the sentences of 37 of the 40 individuals on death row to life sentences with the possibility of parole, Biden announced in a statement released Monday. Notably, the president did not commute the sentences of 3 people whose crimes included mass shootings or active terrorism. The unpronounceable name number one of the 2 brothers responsible for the deadly Boston massacre in 2013, Dylan Roof, a white nationalist who massacred 9 people at a historic black church in Charleston, South Carolina, and Robert Bowers, who killed 11 worshipers at Pittsburgh's Tree of Life Synagogue in 2018. These commutations are consistent with the moratorium my administration has imposed on federal execution in cases other than terrorism and hate-motivated mass murder, Biden said, referring to the Justice Department's halt on federal executions. The majority of the 37 individuals whose sentences were commuted Monday were convicted for less high-profile offenses, such as murders tied to drug trafficking or the killing of prison guards or other inmates. Quote, make no mistake, I condemn these murderers, grieve for the victims of their despicable acts, and ache for all the families who have suffered unimaginable and irreparable loss, Biden said in a statement. But guided by my conscience and my experience as a public defender, chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, vice president, and now president, I am more convinced than ever that we must stop the use of the death penalty at the federal level. In good conscience, I cannot stand back and let a new administration resume executions that I halted. Oh, God, this guy is just... And then, to top it off, try this one on for size. As if you don't have enough reasons to dislike Joe Biden, check this out. Biden vetoes bill that would have given Trump more judicial seats to fill. Biden cites, quote, hurried action by the House for this decision. Article by Stephen Sorais, Fox News. We have the following. President Biden on Monday vetoed a bill that would have added 66 federal district judgeships over a span of more than a decade, a once bipartisan effort designed so that neither political party would have an advantage in molding the federal judiciary. 3 presidential administrations, beginning with the incoming Trump administration, and 6 Congresses would have had the opportunity to appoint new trial court judgeships according to the legislation, which had support from organizations representing judges and attorneys. Despite arguments from the organization that additional judgeships would help the cases that have seen serious delays in resolution and ease concerns over access to justice, the White House said that Biden would veto the bill. In a statement, Biden said he made his decision because the hurried actions by the House left open questions about life-tenured positions. Quote, the House of Representatives' hurried actions fails to resolve key questions in the legislation, especially how the new judgeships are allocated, and neither the House nor the Senate explored fully how the work of senior staff judges and magistrate judges affects the need for new judgeships, Biden said. The efficient and effective administration of justice requires that these questions about need and allocation be studied further and answered before we create permanent judgeships for life-tenured judges. Let me translate this for you, folks. Not just no, hell no, I'm not going to let Donald Trump and or the possibility of another Republican president after Donald Trump have 66 seats in the federal judiciary to put new people on the bench. I'm sorry. That's really what this gets to come down to. Pate says, so what was the purpose of the jury trial convictions? Then some demented person on an Alzheimer's wing decides differently and it sticks, crawls out of the basement to do this. Oh, yeah, Patty. He's got 26 days left. Honey, let me give you a word of warning right now. Joe Biden is going to find new and interesting ways to piss you off than you can possibly imagine. And he's got 26 days to do it in. And he's not only going to piss you off, he's going to piss me off. He's going to piss a lot of people off before it's all said and done. Trust me, this guy is going to go out the door and give the United States of America the biggest middle finger that he possibly can. So I hope you've got a lot of Tums and antacid and Alka-Seltzers and Tylenol for all the headaches this guy's going to cause you. But I'm telling you right now, get ready. He's got 26 days left to be a pain in your ass. Merry Christmas. Ugh. Well, now this is true too. It's not Biden, really, if you stop and think about it. It's the 25-year-old female interns that think they're doing what's best. That is a good point. And Merry Christmas, my dear. Mwah. Adam from Canada says he's not mentally competent to run for a second term, but they've let him stay in the White House until January 25th. Adam, you get no argument from me, brother. Believe me. He wasn't competent enough to run for a second term, wasn't competent enough to be indicted for mishandling of classified documents, and the cabinet will not invoke the 25th Amendment to remove him. So it's like, what do you do? I don't know. Well, honey, you're allowed to lurk. You are definitely allowed to lurk, and if you need to be cooking while you do it, all the better. But I'll tell you one thing, girl. You better send me a plate of whatever you're fixing. Okay? I don't know how we're going to do this, but you better send me a plate of what you're fixing. I'm just kidding. I love you, dear. And Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas indeed. Oh, goodness. Like I said, that's really all I've got for tonight. I mean, I wanted to get together with you guys and just kind of, take some personal time and, talk about Christmas and, girl, if I were up in your neck of the woods, we'd meet somewhere, neutral site of your choosing, as long as you bring me some of them cheesy potatoes. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean. You pick the spot, I'll meet you there, but just bring me some of them cheesy potatoes, girl. That's all I'm telling you. Oh, mercy me. No, I thought, it'd be kind of nice to wind down the year, and particularly we're going into Christmas. And, for me, I want to take the time to thank you guys so much. I've made a decision for my part, barring a major event that would bring me back to the microphone. I've more or less decided that this is my last live stream of the year. I had thought about doing Front Porch Brunch this Saturday and then let that one be the last one, but I've got way too much going on right now. And sorry, and I apologize to you guys because I had mentioned last night I was going to I'll do brunch this Saturday, and then we'll just kind of hold it off to the beginning of next year. But I got way too much going on. So I've kind of decided, and I think it's kind of appropriate. I think this one should be the last one for the year. Well, no, I appreciate that, dear. I genuinely do. I appreciate that. And I'll put something up on Twitter and let everybody else know and all the other usual places. But since this is really going to be my last one for the year, I want to thank you guys again for those of you who are live with me tonight and those of you who follow me on a regular basis. You guys are just, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You are nothing short of amazing. You truly are. Next year, we're going to crack through that 1,000 mark. I'm going to try and reintroduce doing some videos on the regular because, I'm kind of at a unique point in that I'm growing, but I'm not really moving forward. And, for some people, being able to sit down for an hour and a half live stream, they're just not able to do it. So I'm going to try and find some kind of a balance to mix in videos and live streams together again. laying that aside, I want to take the moment to thank you guys. Truly, it has been 2024 has been a wild year. It really has. There has not been a week in this year that has gone by that there has not been some kind of major news event. And bless your heart, you guys have come here to the Electronic Front Porch to talk about it with me. And I've done my best to try and give some perspective and news and, let you guys rant. I get to rant. And, with your help, we have built an amazing community together. And I cannot thank you enough. I really can't. From the bottom of my heart, I say it all the time, and I truly do mean it. You guys are the best audience on the internet. Hands down, I would take you guys and go to war with you. I would want you guys in the foxhole. You're just that good. We may not be the biggest audience on the internet. Give it a little bit of time. That's going to happen. But you guys are truly the best. Gypsy up in Connecticut, Zippy, Robert, Pate, Rhonda, Adam, the wingnuts over on Rumble, WWG1, TBA, Chris from My Morning May. I mean, y'all, all of you guys. I mean, I'm probably leaving people out, and it's not intentional, but truly, you guys are nothing short of amazing. You pop stuff in my direction all the time. You give me recommendations for guests, and I cannot thank you enough. And speaking of thank you, and Patty, bless your heart, you did not have to do this, but I'm very grateful. Thank you for the super chat. Merry Christmas. Thanks for blessing us with your chat. Well, thank you. No, I'm serious. I say it a lot, and it's not fakery on my part or BS or anything else. But you guys are just nothing short of amazing. I genuinely love you guys. Those moments when I can't do a stream or maybe something happens, I can't make it happen. It's kind of like, oh God, I don't get to hang out with Fedora Nation tonight, And seriously, I cannot thank you guys enough. You guys are just that cool. And blessings to you and your families, this Christmas season. And as we go into the new year, you guys are just totally awesome. And you know what? 2025 is really going to kick it. I got a feeling it's going to be politically, culturally, a lot of different ways. It's going to be a better turning of the tide. And not necessarily even because of Donald Trump. That's not my point. But you can feel the ground shifting, and that's a good thing, because Lord knows we've been walking around in the darkness for quite a while. It's about time we see some daylight. And I think daylight's coming. I really do. And again, not just confined to the political context. I think culturally, spiritually, in a lot of different ways. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not trying to be Pollyanna about this. But I do believe better days are ahead. I really do. And, we're going to be here to chronicle all of that, as best we can with the time we've got and the talents that I've been given, and with the cheap surplus Ukrainian equipment that I speak into. We'll try and be here to talk about all of it, or as much of it as we can. So with that, I want to close tonight, this last live stream of the year, with something that I did last year around this time. And, there's a lot of things you can analyze or talk about when it comes to Christmas. But in the end, it all comes back to one thing. There is a reason for this season. That's not just a slogan. Okay. And I think it's important sometimes to remember what this is all about. So with that, if you will indulge me for just a moment and, just give me about 2 or 3 minutes of your time. In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. This was the first census that took place when Quirinius was governor of Syria. So everyone went to their town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and the line of David. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in clothes and placed him in a manger, because there was no guest room available for them. And while they were there, shepherds out in the fields, keeping watch over their flock at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to the shepherds, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. Today, in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be a sign to you. You will find a baby wrapped in clothes and laying in a manger." Suddenly, a great company of the heavenly host appeared with the angel, praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth, peace to those on whom his favor rests." When the angels had left them and gone into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let's go to Bethlehem and see this thing that's happened, which the Lord has told us about." So they hurried off and found Mary and Joseph and the baby, who was lying in a manger. Like I said, there is a reason for this season. Guys, I love you very much. Thank you for everything that you are to this little endeavor of mine. You're not just audience. You're in your own way. You're my online family. And from my family to yours, have a very Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful New Year. And I will see you guys beginning in 2025. Have a great night.